So, how do we know when our relationship with food has been healed? Like when we've completed the work? I suppose a lot of people that I work with, when they're working with weight, it's very numbers based, so it's tangible. When we're working with healing your relationship, where's the measurables on that, right? So really, what healing your relationship with food, what it would look like is when you wake up in the morning, you don't have any guilt or shame. There's no fretting over what went in the night before, the day before, the week before. You're free from, hello, dropped phone. You're free from thinking all the time about food. There's no guilt, no shame. You are able to listen to your body, to trust your body. You just don't think about food 24/7. And, this is where this is really needed in the bariatric world, particularly because often people come to me and they really, yes, they want weight loss, but they want the noise to stop. They want the food freedom. And when you go into the bariatric world, you kind of get thrown into numbers and Facebook groups where you're maybe comparing yourself to other people, and suddenly that food noise, did I have my grams of protein? Where am I at with my liquid today? How many liters have I had? Did I get in enough fiber? Have I had my multivitamin? The food noise actually can sometimes become even louder. It's just different noise. So just as noisy, just different noise. Or sometimes it's so convoluted because it's mixed with all that diet culture stuff. It's mixed with, should I also be intermittent fasting even though I've had bariatric surgery? Should I do low carb after my surgery? It's really messy. And healing your relationship with food means silence. It just comes naturally. You're not living in a body that you're constantly trying to think about how to fuel it, feed it. You're just living in line with your best life, right? So what's your core values? Do you identify as a healthy, active person? Because when you do, you're not thinking about it. You're just doing it. And there's no noise. There's no internal conflict. Should I, shouldn't I, should have, shouldn't. This language that can be really debilitating, actually, in our head when it comes to food and our body image. So to have a healed relationship with food means that you know all foods fit, that you know how to eat mindfully, that you listen to your body intuitively, that you have a joyful relationship with exercise, a joyful relationship with yourself, with your life, that you just fall in love with your life, and you just don't have that constant second guessing yourself all the bloody time. It's exhausting. This is exactly why I created my Heal Your Relationship with Food program. And I have the original and I also have the bariatric edition because, in bariatric surgery too, right? The operation is done in your tummy, not up here. So even when changes happen physically, you still think and talk to yourself the exact same way you used to, and that's really problematic. So being able to get on top of the headspace stuff while all the physical stuff is taking care of itself and you're doing all your work with your dietitian and everything, it's the way you're talking to yourself that's potentially going to get in your way. So if you ever find yourself feeling like powerless around food or that you're not in control, these are really heavy, uncomfortable words. Signs you have come out the other side and you have healed your relationship with food is that you don't have feelings of guilt and shame when it comes to food. That you have learned how to eat in response to hunger, not emotion. You trust your body's signals, your hunger, fullness levels. You know that you know how to fuel your body, and you have a healthy, happy relationship with your body. You ultimately have internal peace up here. If you want to see transformation, if you want to see changes in your body, in the way you talk to yourself, in your life, then it all starts with healing your relationship with food. And that is the work of talking kindly to yourself, learning the skills of mindful eating, intuitive eating, being able to break free from diet culture so that once and for all, you have peace and quiet up there, and you can actually spend your time thinking about things you would much rather be taking space thinking about up there. Now, imagine if you could actually collect every minute of your life that you have spent comparing yourself to others, thinking about your body, thinking about the food and the diet that you're on and whether you should or shouldn't be eating something. If we could collect all those minutes, how many minutes, hours, weeks, years of your life have you spent thinking about this shit? And what would you have rather been thinking about instead? Because this can stop. It can stop now, right? So if you would rather be filling your brain with much other things, you could go and learn a new skill, you could do anything, right? Like, this is space in your mind that deserves to be taken up by something that's more impactful, that's more meaningful for you. So the food noise needs to stop. If you would like help with this, it is exactly what I do. I could talk about relationship with food all day long. In fact, I actually do. That's my job. So jump on board with healing your relationship with food. You don't have to live with the noise. We can silence it. I'm going to put a link here to my Heal Your Relationship with Food program. There's the original and the bariatric edition. The bariatric edition just has an extra 2 modules, I think. One of them is the pre-op, surviving the pre-op, the whole, the reason for the pre-op diet, because a lot of people get very confused about what that's all about. And also family inclusive recipes, because a lot of people were coming to me feeling really sad and, defeated because they're just sitting in the corner eating a bowl of steamed broccoli while the rest of their family have a nice meal that they've probably had to cook for them. And that's a really horrible thought. So all my pre-op recipes are things that you would take to a dinner party, serve to your whole family. You don't have to isolate yourself from the dinner table or from any situation just because you're in that pre-op. So I've got like family inclusive recipes. And I've also got managing weight regain, which is in that bariatric edition. There is a pathway out of this. There is a pathway for change. If you are living with food noise, and even, I find it so upsetting that people who have gone on a bariatric journey and they've achieved all their health goals and they've achieved all their weight goals and they're, essentially thriving, they're still living with food noise. We don't have to do this anymore. There is a way out. It is a pathway. It is a proven way to silence the thoughts that are getting in your way and just keeping you feeling drained and crap.